Welcome, everybody. You're on Mind Your Biz, and we have Jackie from Yorkies of Austin. Welcome.
Welcome.
So you're the big shot. You're the president of this great establishment. Of what do you guys do?
Well, for one, we breed beautiful Yorkies, okay, Yorkshire Terriers. They're AKC registered. We breed standard and we breed teacup. So sometimes they're only charting to be about 5 or 6 pounds as an adult. So that's a job within itself.
Are those the ones you see like in the bags, like they keep them in their
Yeah,
little Louis
yeah,
bags and Beverly
yep.
Hills and
Yes, we do puppy in a bag specials every Christmas. So yes,
wow.
puppy in a bag, puppy in a bag. So that's exciting. We are also getting into Frenchies, like the furry Frenchies and the lilac Frenchies. So got my hands full on the
Wow.
breeding side of things for sure. Yeah.
So what made you pick, Yorkies and Frenchies? There's millions of dogs. I feel like there's so many breeds. Like what made you pick those?
Let me tell you, I didn't pick them; they picked me. Okay.
Oh,
Yes, originally I got into breeding because my son breeds American bullies, right? And I wanted to introduce a toy breed to him after doing research. And I said, they're popular dogs. People will buy them for their kids. No shade, but I don't know how comfortable people feel about buying, pit bulls for their kids. They just kind of come with a reputation sometimes. So that's how it
yeah, the ones
started.
that lock onto your neck and don't let go.
Right. Yeah, yeah, those
Let,
guys. Now,
let me
not
get
all of them are
pits.
like
I
that.
don't want to get attacked
Yeah.
by a pit now.
Yeah.
But they got a locking feature that Yorkies don't have.
Right. That's true. So trying to get my son to kind of deviate into, not go away from, but just kind of add that line to what he was already doing is how I came, into it. So I initially took the first step and went and got my first Yorkie. I only had one little Yorkie, and his name was Mello. And I bought the boy. And again, my son, he was not trying to hear going from pit bull to the Yorkie. So I fell in love with the dog. Okay. Made him my emotional support because I definitely needed that at the time. And
Mm.
from there, it just kind of spun off. I got him a couple girlfriends and
Ooh.
let him grow up. And
Little Mellow is
yeah,
getting busy.
Mello's the stud.
Uh-huh, I see. Mellow.
So that's how we got into the Yorkies, and
Okay.
then just educating myself. My thing is I always want to work smarter and not harder. So researching the breeds as to what the trends are now versus what they were later, what the most popular dog is in 2020, 2021, and lo and behold, it was a bulldog. Okay, never could I have
Wow.
imagined that one. It's a bulldog.
And don't they have
Then
a
if
lot
you
of issues? Like, don't they have
they
like eye
can
issues and
they can
all
they
kinds of
can
stuff
they
I've
can
heard?
Well, they can. That's where the genetic testing comes in because not all of them are like that. And you can test them ahead of time and find out if your dog is going to be one of those issued dogs. But yes, just like Yorkies, they can also have, issues too. It really just depends on if you're getting them from great breeders, reputable breeders who are taking care of them and not inline breeding and different stuff like that. And that's across the board with any dog, not just the Frenchies or the Yorkies. Yeah.
Well, now Frenchies and Yorkies, I feel like they're smaller, so maybe they eat less, maybe they crap less. Are they less expensive to maintain?
Oh my God, no, not at
Oh,
all.
they're not.
And
They're
let me
little
tell you,
princesses and princes.
listen, the Yorkies are, but that bulldog of mine, like we've gotten into raw. Like we got to fix his food because he is just so greedy.
Wow.
So he eats more while the Yorkies eat kind of less. So yeah, you got your hands full there for sure.
Pretty interesting. So now
Yeah,
I'm
it
always
is.
interested in the business side of things, of course.
Okay.
And
Okay.
at what point did you feel that this could be a lucrative business? And what did you have to do to turn profits? Because I can imagine it's expensive breeding dogs and
Mm-hmm.
get making sure you're getting the right pedigree and the research behind
Mm-hmm.
it and all the
Mm-hmm.
shots
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff you got to do.
Yes, definitely,
So when did
definitely.
you figure out how you can make it a business and make some money?
Well, I figured it out when I had that business plan, okay? Because I didn't just go into it. Remember, I had the business plan for my son. So after reading the business plan and the modules of what to do, what not to do, and how to just kind of jump in right away, not that I didn't make any mistakes, but I was able to kind of go straight for the gusto pretty much. And if you put the benefit over the profit, you will never have to question money. Never. I sell these dogs around the world almost. With shipping and everything is different with COVID, but people drive, from Louisiana, they come from California, I sell them all over. And the reviews that I have, with these dogs, the feedback, the continued feedback, the pictures that I get from the clients. I mean, just even earlier today, this dog has changed my life. I used to do this, and that.
Now wait, why are people driving all over the place? There's Yorkies everywhere. Everywhere.
Not Yorkies,
I can go outside and probably find one.
But you won't find one like mine. Okay. You won't find one like mine. I take pride in breeding a certain look. I take pride in making sure that those puppies come with a health guarantee and those shots that we talked about. So that they're not coming from a puppy mill. And I invite people to come. Like, we built a tiny house for our dogs, which is their home. And so it's always good to see where they live before they go, into their other places. And most people don't want just any kind of dog. Most. You're setting up a goal for a 13 or 14-year relationship with your pet. If he's successful and if he's healthy. That's a long-term commitment. You shouldn't want to just walk out your front door and be able to get one of those dogs.
Makes sense. That is a big commitment, long time, and an emotional. Yes. Ooh.
Oh gosh, yes.
When dogs die today, I feel like people are more upset with their pet than some random family member.
Yeah, I read this article, and it talked about how people who lose pets are more traumatized than when they lose humans. And today I can identify with that. Today, when people call me and say things like, gosh, why are there so much? It's just a dog. I don't want to deal with those kind of people. Because I understand that these dogs are not for everybody. But if you come in the gate telling me that you feel like they're just dogs, then to me that speaks volume as to how well you're going to take care of them. Most of my people sleep with their dogs. Travel with their dogs. Their dogs are their kids. They're spoiled. They dress them up. They put clothes on them, barrettes in their hair. Those are the type of people that I want to have these puppies, because you get what you give. They have so much unconditional love, and they are life changers for most people.
Right. And I'm seeing dogs everywhere now, like inside of everywhere. What's the deal with the therapy dogs and service dogs? I feel like every dog now is a service dog. Is that me, or is...
No, it's not you. Every dog was a service dog before, but with COVID, I can tell you for sure, every damn dog is a service dog from this point on, because if you didn't need service with COVID, you need therapy right now.
That's true. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So that's why we're really seeing tons of dogs inside and outside everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
They've been a big part.
They have been. They're family. And I tell you, it's not a sales scheme. They were definitely my therapy. It wasn't sought out. Yorkies of Austin wasn't planned, and it's the things that you say no to sometimes that get you that one thing, that one. So, yeah.
Does your son like Yorkies now? Or he still hates them? He's like, I love my bulldogs. Get your little Frenchie out of here.
No. He is in love with the Yorkies and very supportive. He's one of the partners in the business. Sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And not to say that he was wrong about it. It was his opinion, but they've definitely been a definite spark as far as attracting a different type of clientele with the smaller breeds. You get older ladies, like most of my clients too are older, and they'll say, I don't want that Yorkie to weigh no more than 5 pounds because they're older, and they're picking them up and lifting them and want them to go in their purse and stuff. And so it's a different market. It's really a different market too.
So tell me your biggest challenges as a business, because remember, a lot of entrepreneurs are watching this, and they may
Yes,
not be working with dogs, but they're working with their product and their service,
yes,
and
yes.
everyone wants to hear the biggest challenges and how you overcame your biggest challenge in
The
the business.
biggest challenge is balancing. Okay, exactly what you talked about. The expenses. If you're not taking shortcuts, for me, those dogs are getting shots. They're getting professionally dewormed. Their food, we don't feed them from the table. They're on Royal Canin diets, and I mean, they're my food bill alone. So to answer that, the balance in between when to breed and when not to breed, so that you don't end up feeding the dogs more so. Timing, Christmas, of course, is a very popular time of the year, and then more so for us, adding other services.
Mm.
We couldn't just rely on the breeding. We manufactured a fidget toy. Um, we we've done several different things to add those services, mobile grooming, so that we're not just solely relying, saying, "Oh, she better get pregnant this month. Got to pay the bills." So that helps because you're not relying on just one stream of income, which is making sure that puppies have to breed. They just have to breed because you don't have any backdoor, you don't have any other sources of income coming into the business. So
Mm.
it balance it out. Like when Christmas comes, you're good, you're breeding, your puppies have gone, and then it kind of dies down. So you've got to have, you're not going to, Christmas is not going to be every month in the year. So that balance, working with other people, other services, marketing across the board.
So where was your marketing the most successful? Which platform really did you get the best feedback and the best leads?
Google,
Google.
Google,
There it is.
Google. And I don't care. I mean, I've tried Google all day long, all day strong, Google. And until this day, I hardly even run ads anymore. Hopefully they're not listening to that, but, and I still, I've got the reviews. People find me on Google. I mean, it has been a very powerful platform for me. And then in
Did you
addition
know
to
that
that,
right away?
oh no. And it didn't start out that way. It didn't start out that way. I tell you, my Google reviews help so much. It didn't start that way. And then also being licensed, we're in a database of USDA licensed. They've got their own database. Also owning the AKC dogs, Marketplace has their. So now it kind of bridges together. But in the beginning, you had to put in the work, because today most people are not going to just look online, see a dog, but they're going to do some research. They're going to look you up. They're going to compare. They're going to see what you're going to do, and then they're going to go to social media to try to put the face with the name. But yeah.
Wow. So that's great that you made the leap, because a lot of people get scared of Google. It does get pricey, but if you don't put money in,
you're not going to get any money out.
There it is. So
Yeah.
that's great. You really did all the right things. And what alternative, I'm not going to call them side hustles, they're kind of like other businesses that stemmed off of this, brought in some income that you didn't expect. Like you were like,
the e-commerce. Like I said, we private label and manufactured a fidget toy, very popular toy for the kids were fidgeting anyway, really good for childcare, autism. It's autism certified. So we manufactured that on Amazon called Fidget Toy. So we've got the e-commerce coming in. We did mobile. I'm still putting together saying, with COVID, I need to be able to do mobile grooming. I need to be able to move around some. And so we got motor homes, which when we're not doing pop-up stuff with the puppies, when we're not mobile grooming, we go RV share.
oh,
And so, yeah, it's like an Airbnb. It's like a house on wheels,
wow. So you get to rent it out when you're not using it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Good
sir.
for you.
Yeah.
Man, you're a hustler. I appreciate all you're like doing it all. Yeah.
I try. I try.
That's
I
great.
try.
And you're able to
I
do
just,
so much.
yeah, I just don't want to ever get into, I want to be able to, if I say, if my dogs are in heat, I want to be able to say, I want to take a break, or I want to let them take the break. Like I just don't want to have to just rely on them producing the puppies. And I also want to show the world and other business people that it's always good to get into other things, but not leave what you're doing. Like nothing that I do has deviated from the Yorkies of Austin. We're still there, but we just have other ways to support.
That's very smart because a lot of entrepreneurs, they live and die by their business. If their one business starts to go under, they go under completely. So you figured out how to put tentacles in different businesses so you can sustain, and that's really smart entrepreneurialism. Like you get a
That's
lot of
true.
respect for
That
that.
is so true.
And you may have done it
That's
out of
true.
necessity, but whatever the case is, you're doing it right. Because if one thing's not doing well, something else might be doing well, keep you going. And that's why people even with restaurants,
Yes,
they never own
for
one.
sure.
You got to own a couple
For
because
sure.
when one's doing well,
Yes.
one's not. Balance. You said it. Balance.
Yes.
That's everything. So you're doing all these businesses. Are they all comprised under one website, under the Yorkies of Austin, or are they all separate?
Some of them are separate. So Yorkies of Austin does have the store, which is the store that I talked about, the e-commerce, the fidget toy, all of that is there. So that's good. We're in the midst of doing our own website for the RV Share, but right now we're just on RV Share under Yorkies, actually. Instagram, Yorkies of Austin, okay. YouTube, Yorkies of Austin. Facebook, Yorkies of Austin.
All right. So you locked it in.
We're easy to find, yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
and YorkiesofAustin.com, of course, right? That's the main hub.
Of course. Yes.
All right. So you got
Yes.
it all unlocked. So you're good.
Yeah.
You're the only one,
Yeah.
the only Yorkies of Austin.
I'm the only one.
Good stuff. Well, Jacqueline,
Yes.
I really appreciate you coming through, sharing your business, and really letting us mind your biz.
All righty then.
All right. Health and success.
All right. Take care.